A cruel girl stole from a disabled man, but the truth shocked everyone. A disabled man was selling cookies while sitting in his wheelchair. Suddenly, a cruel girl grabbed all his money, pushed him off his wheelchair, and ran away. The man cried, "Please help! She stole all my money!" A kind woman rushed over. The man looked at her and said, "Please help me! She took all my money." The woman said, "Don't worry, sir. I'll catch her." She started running after the girl. At the same time, a police officer walked over and asked, "What happened?" The man said, "Officer, that cruel girl stole all my money." The officer quickly ran after them. The disabled man was left lying on the ground as he slowly picked up his cookies. The woman finally caught the girl, but the girl pushed her down and escaped again. The woman refused to give up. She ran after her, caught her once more, and they started fighting. The woman shouted, "Give that poor man's money back." The girl looked at her and said, "Never, I'll never give it back." Just then, the police officer arrived and arrested the girl. The woman took the money from her and returned it to the disabled man. The man smiled and said, "Thank you. Please help me get back into my wheelchair." The officer looked at the girl and said, "Stay here. Don't even think about running away." Then he walked over to help the disabled man. As soon as the officer and the woman tried to lift him, the girl suddenly pushed him again. The man instantly stood on his feet and shouted, "Why did you push me, you crazy girl?" Then he laughed and said, "Wow, your hands have magic. I can walk again." The girl looked at the officer and shouted, "Don't believe him. He's lying." The police officer asked, "What do you mean?" The fake disabled man got scared and suddenly ran away. The girl shouted, "Officer, catch him." The officer chased him. The woman looked at the girl and said, "I'm sorry. I judged you the wrong way." The girl said, "I only did this because I wanted everyone to know the truth." The woman asked, "How did you know he was a fake?" The girl said, "I saw everything. A real disabled boy was selling cookies on the sidewalk. That man walked over and asked, 'How are you, son?' The boy smiled and said, 'I'm fine, sir.' A few seconds later, the man pushed the boy's wheelchair into the woods, threw him onto the ground, stole his wheelchair, cookies, and money, and ran away. I saw everything. From that day, I started following him. I was waiting for the right chance to expose him, and today I finally did." The officer said, "I'm sorry. Because of you, we caught a dangerous thief." The woman smiled and said, "It's true. There are many cruel people in this world, but there are also kind and brave people like you." The girl smiled and said, "Come on, let's return the little boy's money, cookies, and wheelchair." They went back to the little boy and returned everything to him. The little boy smiled with tears in his eyes and said, "Thank you so much." The woman smiled happily. Friends, what do you think about this story? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotional stories. Thank you.